What is up, guys, and welcome to a new series on the channel. We're going to be leaving behind the washed series that is the F125 career mode, and we are going to be starting anew. We are going to be heading into the F125 season pack, the new DLC on the game, and we are going to be starting a new MyTeam career journey. The EBGP journey has moved on to the next tier, and here we are ready to set things up. So this is going to be episode 0 of the new series. We left last season off at the end of season 2. We hope to get a bit further into it this time round, and hopefully we see a little bit more success for the team. And we're going to be keeping the same level of season length here. We're going to be going straight into a 16 race season. 24 races is just a bit too long. We'll end up getting bogged down into each season. I'd prefer to do 16. It keeps it short, keeps it snappy, keeps the story moving. 10 races is just a little bit too little. I feel like 16 is that good middle ground. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to clear the slate here, and then we're going to select the races that we're going for on this year's career mode. So the first one we're going to do, we've got to start in it again, is going to be Australia, right? We've had pretty bad goings on it so far in season 1 and 2 of MyTeam last season, and yeah, we need to redeem ourselves. So firstly, let's not hit the wrong button. Let's actually hit it correctly. So Albert Park in Australia is going to be making the first appearance. We're then going to be heading straight to China and Japan for those races, following the real world season for this year. After that, we're going to skip on ahead of Bahrain, and we're going to bring Saudi Arabia and then Miami into it. Miami we never got to on F125, so we need to make sure it appears on F126, right? Otherwise, you know, we're just doing it a bit dirty. We've used the other 2 race tracks in the States. We're going to make sure that we use this one. We're only going to have 1 track per country in this game mode, okay? Just to keep things fair. Spread the love around with the reduced amount of races. Next up then is going to be Canada and Monaco. We are going to be racing around Monaco. We're not going to skip over it. As much as my heart is screaming out to me to do so, we are going to keep it in. Next up then, we're going to skip Catalonia, and we're going to head straight to Austria. Great Britain is an absolute must. It's my home Grand Prix. It's my favourite racetrack. We have to make an appearance, right? And then we're going to head off to Belgium. We're going to skip over Hungary and skip over the Netherlands. We're going to go straight to Monza. We're going to put the Madrid in there as well. Brand new track on this year's game mode. I've not raced it yet. I have no idea what to expect, but we are going to put it in there, and we're going to see just how well we can do around the streets of Madrid. From there then, we've got 4 races left. We're going to finish the season off in Abu Dhabi. We're going to go ahead and we're going to make sure that we have Brazil. We're going to skip Vegas and Qatar. We're skipping Qatar just because it's a bit of a battery fest. I don't know how we're going to get on with it in this year's game. We'll bring it back for next season, but for this season, we are giving it a miss. We're going to then go ahead and stick Texas in there. And between Singapore and Azerbaijan, it's got to be Singapore. I love the track. I tend to do well there. And to be honest, it's just more entertaining. In my opinion, to drive around, it is just more entertaining than Azerbaijan. So we are going to go ahead and select that, and with that we have our season list, our season calendar sorted. Okay, so yeah, we've got, just to recap, we have Australia, China, and Japan, followed by Saudi Arabia. We're going to skip Bahrain. We're then going to go Miami, Canada, and Monaco, skipping over Catalonia, straight to Austria, Britain, and Belgium, skipping Hungary and the Netherlands. We then go straight to Italy for Monza, straight to from there to the new track over in Madrid for the Madrid circuit, head over then to Singapore, and then into the American leg for Mexico, Brazil, and then back to the Middle East for Abu Dhabi to close out the first season of the F126 EBGP journey. Let's go ahead then. We're going to go ahead and choose the settings here. So assists, you see here, we don't use any assists. It is manual. It is no racing line. It is no traction. It is everything you see on track that's going to happen is all me, baby. So we're going to go from there. The difficulty, we've just done a test. We are definitely not doing 31. We're going to start out at the same difficulty that we used for F125. We're going to go for 103 difficulty. I have just done on stream a practice race around Silverstone where we kind of wiped the floor with 100 difficulty AI. However, that is my best circuit, so we're going to leave it where it was before. If we need to up the difficulty, we'll up the difficulty after Australia. If we need to drop the difficulty, we'll drop it. So the first race of the season is absolutely going to be that litmus test to see where we need to go in terms of the difficulty. From there, then, weekend structure, we're going for a full practice, we're going for a full quali, and a 50% race. Again, keeps it nice and decent length, but also quite short and snappy in terms of the race length, so we're not bogged down the entire time, right? Weather and time of day, we're going to be using approximate weather forecast. We're going to try and make it a little bit realistic where the teams don't really know when the rain's going to hit. So keeps it a bit more exciting, right? And then the career, well, we'll come back to the career settings in a sec, all right? Rules and flags, we're putting strict corner cutting on. Park Firm 8 is on as well. We're going for an immersive pit stop. We're going to keep standard with the safety car amount. We're going with the immersive safety car, so we're going to be controlling everything behind the safety car, same as we had in F125. We're keeping the formation laps on as well, and the red flags are also going to be on standard. Simulation settings, then, we are not going to be having any recovery mode, of course. We're going to be having the realistic surface type. The low fuel mode is going to be hard. Race starts are going to be manual. Tire temps are going to be realistic, okay? Surface and carcass. And we're going to have the pit lane tire sim as well. So we're going to be losing temperature as we go through the pit lane. So longer pit lanes, such as Silverstone and Monza, it's going to be a bit more punishing, right? We need to be able to take care of the tire temps when we get out. Car damage is going to be simulation as well as car damage rate. We're going to keep that from last season as well. Collisions are obviously going to be on to enable that too. Finally, then, we're going to career settings. Driver moves, we're going to increase them. It keeps it exciting. Let's see what we get. We got some crazy moves last time, so I definitely want to play with that this time. Department event frequency, we're just going to go for a default department event, and research management and development management are going to be on. Now, last time, this is where we learn the lessons from F125, guys. So, resource rate player, we're going to keep ourselves reduced. Same with the cash rate. I'm also going to not buff the AI like I did last time. Last time we had the AI buffed and they were pretty much fully maxed out on R&D by mid-season 2, mostly by the end of season 1. And it just kind of broke the second season. We're going to instead keep it at default at the start of this season. I kind of still want to be nerfed a little bit, but we're going to keep it at default for now. If it still speeds up, and they almost like speedrun the R&D tree, we'll drop them down again, and hopefully the reg changes should bring everything back into balance. But we've learned the lesson from last game, so we're definitely not doing the same mistakes. Fault frequency, then, we're going to have standard and standard, just like we did last time. And hopefully we crack on from there. We're going to confirm those settings, and we're going to choose the driver icons. We are going to have some. We're going to do the same thing as what we did last time, okay? So we're sometimes going to have them getting recruited. We're going to turn off all the guys that were pretty much, well, I say pretty much, they are too old to race these days, right? The esports drivers are going to be an option. With the opportunity to get signed, these guys are pretty weak in terms of stats, so the likelihood is they're not really gonna get chosen that often, right? Right, so settings are chosen. Let's go ahead and start setting the team up. Here we are then, off to the team headquarters. We've just bought the place, and we're going to be setting up our team. You see the team badge already there.
As the newest team in F1, your first job should be introducing yourself to the team.
Well, I don't want to. They scare me. Social interaction's scary. Right, anyway, let's have a look, see who we're going to be. Last time, well, we're going to go for the same name. We're essentially continuing on from where we were last game, right? So this is how we're going to go for it. Oh, Mr. Ep.0 is once again stepping into the factory of an F1 team. All right, let's have a look at our owner avatar. We're going to try and go for the same one that we went for last time, although it seems like we've grown a bit more hair. So yeah. All right, well, we've grown a bit more hair. We've obviously taken a quick trip off to Turkey. We've taken a bit of a break from the team. We've taken a few holidays to Turkey, and we've come back with suspiciously more hair than we left with. All right.
Hey there, my name's Andrew. I'm your head of personnel. It'd be useful for the team to know a bit more about your background. Give them a sense of how you intend to lead our efforts.
Cool. How do I intend to lead your efforts? Daily floggings for those that fail to meet company quotas. Right, we are not a people manager. We are definitely not a people manager. Let's go for the head engineer. I feel like if we were to ever get into an F1 team, we would probably make our way up from the engineering department, right? Let's go.
And tell us a bit about this HQ. How well developed are the facilities here ahead of our debut season?
Oh, our engine's made out of cheese, buddy. We're going basic all the way. Our brakes are made of chocolate, and the steering wheel is made of nougat. Right, basic it is.
Hello, Mathis, head of your engineering.
Hello,
facility.
Mathis.
Let's discuss where we think we are in terms of car performance.
Absolutely nowhere. We have nothing. We don't even know what a wheel is. Ours are square.
Hey, boss. I'm Anissa. I head things up in your corporate facility. Let's discuss our financial situation.
We're broke. We are absolutely broke. I don't know what the corporate I don't like the fact that it gives us 25% corporate income. If it was just how much cash we brought in, I'd have gone for this, like 2.5 mil. Because I reckon you wouldn't just buy an F1 team and spend all your money on just the initial purchase, right? You'd have a little bit more cash to inject into the team afterwards. But I don't like the buff in corporate income that it's giving us. So we are going to be going for absolutely zero. We sleep in the office, all right? That's how much of our money we have spent on this team. Right, anyway, team identity. Let's crack on. So the team name is just going to be GP for now, until we get our title sponsor. Who is our title sponsor? We won't find that out until later. We're going for the same team colors as we did last time, so we go for that. We go for this, and we go for... where are you? This. Ta-da! It's almost like it was Season 1 again from last game, right? Team badge select. Just go from the last one, right? GP. Let's go, baby. Ta-da! There we go. That's the team branding sorted.
Next up, there's an amount of contract work we need to get nailed down.
Ugh, contracts.
We have a few potential sponsors lined up. Each contract splits our income in 3 ways. A signing bonus that we receive now, a weekly income paid over the course of the season, and finally, a bonus at the end of the season.
Indeed.
If we achieve the goals set out in the contract.
I highly doubt we won't. I'm going to be going balls to the wall this season. I know where we fell down last year's game, so I know how to maximize the potential of the team. We are going to be going for Seren. It's going to be a continuation on from last year's game. We signed with Seren again for Season 3 from the last season, so we're going to be going there again, right? Plus, to be honest with you, they give us the biggest weekly income, and their season goal is actually probably the most manageable. 5 constructors points in a season. We can probably achieve that in a single race. It does mean that we get the least signing bonus, but that's by just under 100k. So in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it's really going to shaft us that much. The seasonal goal, again, it's not real. The spread on the bonuses and stuff isn't as horrific as what I expected it to be. So we're going to be going for Seren. We are once again going to be Ebby Seren GP. A bit of background on them. So this is Seren. In 1711, Martin Seren founded Seren, starting as a goldsmith bank in Queens, New York. By 1947, with an expansion to multiple locations in New York, Seren evolved into a recognized banking institution. Today, Seren is a national bank with a significant presence boasting branches in every major city across America. So our title sponsor is once again American. Watch out, Miami, for that special livery. And yeah, we're gonna try and do well and bring glory to Saren and to ourselves, right?
Secondly, we have to make a call on which engine supplier we want to work with this season.
Guys, this is exciting. For the first time in, I think, ever, but like the first time in as long as I can remember, we have 5 engine manufacturers to choose from, guys. This is awesome. So we have Honda, Audi, Red Bull, Ford, Ferrari, and Mercedes. Now, we don't have much in the bank, so part of me thinks we take a cheaper engine and we work up. I don't know, I'll be honest. I don't want Honda because, well, I mean, you've seen how they get on in real life, right? I don't even think we'd be getting what we paid for if we went with them. I'm considering Audi. I am considering Audi. I'm also considering Red Bull. The reason being is we have an American American title sponsor, right? We have an American title sponsor. It would make sense that they would want us to go with an American manufacturer. However, we are not part of the Red Bull family, which says to me maybe we don't. I don't want to go through for a Ferrari at the moment, purely because it just sounds like someone emptied a bag of nails into a tumble dryer. We did go with Mercedes last year's career mode, and they came in pretty clutch. So I'm torn between Mercedes, Audi, and Red Bull. I like the idea that we can grow a little bit, so we're gonna veto the Mercedes power unit for this one. We're gonna go for one of these two. I think we're gonna go for Audi. I'll be honest. I think Audi can. They are a manufacturer, but they're also gonna get their first customer team in their first season. They're gonna be selling to 2 teams on the grid. So don't worry, medic. You get what you want, bud. We are going to be going with Audi powertrains.
And finally, let's talk drivers. Obviously, we need 2 of them. So let's start with our first one.
Drivers.
Each driver's performance is measured in a number of ways. Experience counts for a lot, and drivers with more on-track experience will have an advantage over less experienced competitors. Racecraft describes a driver's ability to work their way through the pack to finish the race higher up than where they started. Awareness represents the driver's skill at avoiding the steward's room. The higher this stat, the less likely they are to pick up warnings and penalties. Pace is a measure of sheer speed. Outside of battling their opponents, how good are they at pulling out consistent fast laps? All these stats contribute to the driver's overall rating, while focus represents their current state of mind and how well they're leveraging their rating out on track.
Again, normally with title sponsors, they'll have certain requests for the team. So I think, unless we get a different American that we can sign, doesn't look like it. I think Jack Crawford is going to be our first driver. He's going to be our primary driver. So we're going to go ahead and sign him to the team. Pretty decent for what's available to us. So we're going to go for Jack Crawford here.
All right, that's 1 driver locked down. Now let's pick their teammate.
And who are we going to have supporting him? I'm kind of thinking we want a British driver. Purely because, well, we're a British team, right? Weirdly enough, the best British driver we can afford is actually Brendan Lee, an esports driver. Yeah, honestly, like, Brendan, it just seems like the better choice. So we are going to be signing to support our first primary driver. We are going to be choosing Brendan Lee as the second driver.
That all looks solid. Good choices and all within our budget. Feel free to review your choices if you want, but otherwise I think we can move on.
Okay, so we're going to go back to the team name. So we're going to go for Ebby Saren GP once again. We are back, boys. We are so back. Race gear. So let's go for the car. Yeah, this is what we've been running for the past 2 seasons on the previous game. So we have this as an option. Alternatively, for those watching along on YouTube, you don't get to see these. These are secret hidden footage. We actually did the first 3 races of Season 3 with the new livery, and it was based off this one. And to be honest with you, it kind of slapped. So we do have this as an option. We got a choice, guys. We've got the old we got the OG livery with Neon Fusion, or we got the Season 3 livery. Medic votes Season 3. Okay. Yeah, there we go. That is our livery once again back on the car. This I'm not gonna lie, guys. I think it cooks. Based off last season's last year's livery, we're changing it up a little bit. I like it. I think it cooks. So we're gonna get the suit to match. Where is it? Where it be? Saren, there we go. Okay, so change color. Yeah, that looks so much better. That looks so much better. Here we go. The gloves. Let's have a look at the gloves. And then this. Yes, this looks good. This looks good. And then we advance on. I am happy, guys. I am happy. Welcome back to the grid, Eddie Saren GP. Now the 12th team on the grid. That's right, there's going to be 24 cars, not 20, not 22. 24 cars on the grid. It's going to be chaos. I'm here for it. You're here for it. Let's push on. Right, anyway, we start off in the corporate. We actually start off on my birthday, 11th of February. It's a birthday. I got the team as a birthday gift, guys. That's what it is. Birthday present for Ebby, an F1 team. Don't mind if I do. Chat, take notes. Right, let's have a quick look at the activities. Let's get them ticked off. Okay, so what we're going to go ahead is we're going to try and maximize our ability to get secondary sponsors. So sponsor discovery short. Let's go for that. Preseason press conference, yes. Title, yeah. Sponsor kickoff gala. Let's go for driver media tour, and then can we do the others? We can't. Okay, that's fine. Ooh, wow, that actually gives us a lot of money. A lot of money. Let's go for a worldwide franchise tour. Let's go for department onboarding. Let's go for research focus. And then we'll get chassis, and I want to get we're going to go for aero calibration instead. So let's go for a driver training camp. And then let's go for preseason test. And then can we? We can't. That's 10 days. We'll do early driver talks. And that is our activities all done.
This is the decal editor.
Yeah, I know how to use this. Right, let's have a look. We do have some secondary sponsors. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. All right, let's start looking.
Hey, boss.
What we're going to look at first, before we start looking at upgrading the car, is we're going to start working on our facility improvements. So, we made a bit of a mistake last time on F125, right? And we kind of bogged down very, very badly in Season 2 with our research. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and focus on avoiding that this time. Rather than just unlocking the new tier first, we're gonna, because we've got the first tier that we need to work through already, so we're gonna focus on putting ourselves in a better position once we unlock that new tier of components, right? So we build momentum up rather than having all the available upgrades to us at the start. We're gonna try and build momentum with this this department. So I think the first one we're gonna do is we're gonna try and get it so we can develop 2 upgrades at the same time. Let's increase our resource point generation first, though. So we're going to get those done.
I'll book in a meeting with the contractors, and we'll get that started.
Cheers, Andrew. Okay, personnel center. So yeah, we're gonna go for contractor management. The first one we're going to do is the contractor management for the personnel center. Now, you'd think, oh, Ebby, why are you not doing it for the engineering? If I do it for the contractor management and the personnel center first, that means I can unlock 2 facility improvement at the same time for personnel. So I get this one on the first one, takes 28 days. After 28 days again, I can then get both of these at the same time. So I can then have 2 facility upgrades each in each facility, right? Does that make sense? So we open the door first, and then we run through it, rather than trying to run through a door that's only open ajar. That is the concept. And then finally, corporates. We can't afford any of these. So let's not bother with that. Right. We can choose it here. Okay, so aerodynamics. Well, the whole car at the moment, we are faster than Cadillac, and we are faster than Aston Martin. Only just. So we're not the worst team on the grid, which is good. But we do need to start working on some progress. So I think we're going to go ahead. Chassis is our weakest by far. So let's go ahead and develop our chassis. And we're going to choose weight redistribution. We're going to balance the car. Because the car's pretty light already, right? We're going to balance the car a bit better.
Copy that. That feels like a good place to start. I'll get the research team on it.
Cheers, Mathis. Okay, right. That is engineering done.
Okay, seems like everyone has what they need. If there's nothing else you want to do today, feel free to advance time from this menu. This will skip ahead to the next critical event, but don't worry. If anything comes up between now and then, myself or the other facility heads will interrupt and let you know.
I'm sure you will. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to fast forward through to the season grid reveal and the car livery reveal. And then from there, we're going to end the stream there, and then the initial sort of build up to the season is going to be in episode 1.
So, we're going to need to open talks with drivers for next season. They could be ours, or are currently driving for other teams. You should head to the driver comms page to see who you want to consider.
Indeed. Right, well, in that case, we are going to talk to our 2 drivers. Right, let's decide who we are going to talk to, because we are going to talk to other drivers as well. Who are we going to talk to, though? This is the question on everyone's mind, right? Yeah, we're going to start talking to Arvid Lindblad then, because he's a Brit.
I reached out with a very early preliminary inquiry to their side. I'll let you know how it goes. Hard to get a read on it at the moment. These things are always fluid and move quickly, but if they're interested in us, I'm sure things will move a bit quicker.
Indeed. Yeah, we're going to start talking to Arvid Lindblad, because he's actually cheaper than Jack Crawford at the minute, and better. So that seems like a no-brainer, right? We'll go for him, and then I think we're going to also start talking to... let's start talking to... We're kind of hoping to be like midfield next season. So I think, yeah, we're gonna start talking to Wally Behrman as well. And see what we can do there. I don't know if we're going to sign him or not, because he does want a lot of money for what he wants. But we have a fairly strong signing in Jack Crawford for where we are in the tech tree at the moment. So there are our options. So we're going to go ahead and research the front wing upgrade. Hopefully that probably won't get on the car in time for Australia, but it will be researched in time for Australia. Okay, so we get about 1 million with every base income. That's not too bad. All right, so the grid reveal. We'll go to that in just a moment. We've got our first facility upgrade on in the engineering department. This is good. So let's go with... another on-track instrumentation. Let's get another 20 resource points every time we complete a practice program. It just seems like a no-brainer, right? Let's max this out, because this is just a gimme. Absolute gimme. And then we can also do this just about. Secondary sponsor team. Because that'll add up over time, right? So we are redlining on the finances right now. But let's, without any further ado, let's go ahead and head to the grid reveal, guys. Here we are, guys, on the grid. Check it out. Where are they? Wait, where? There they are. There are the boys. There's the boys. And there's the car in the background. Yeah, baby. Check it out. Ebi Seren GP is back, boys. We are back. There we go. Look at the drip, boys. Look at the drip. Let's have it. Okay, well, that is where we're going to leave off today, guys. So that is the end of the episode. Episode 0. We still have a little bit of time between now and the Australian Grand Prix. We've got about a week, which we can go ahead and I think we've still got the activities planned for that. We do. But yeah, we have about a week before the Australian Grand Prix to ease into the next episode. But that is the pre-season preamble ready to go. We are officially back on the grid with F1 26 MyTeam Career Mode. The MotoGP journey continues. So if you did like the video, please do hit the old like and subscribe, as always. It gives me dopamine, and I am a bit of a whore for dopamine, I'm not going to lie. It gives me dopamine, shockingly. But yeah, do hit the like and subscribe if you did enjoy. And as always, I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.